We can hear the beeps, mate. We're getting ready for the grand finals, and you in the chat can place your bets.
Sorry, Bear knocked off my. I have a little Wi-Fi receiver on my computer, and he likes to sleep on the computer, and he knocked it off. Bear's my cat. For those.
Oh my god, that's a dangerous combination there. Just saying, like
Sleeping on the computer.
well, sleeping on the computer with the Wi-Fi router on it. It's like, oh my god.
No, he doesn't stop, man. But yeah, anyway, here we go, Light. We are going to be jumping into our first game of the final series of the day. Spawning in the bottom left position is the man who, not to brag, but invited me to the lobby personally. Spawning in the blue, in the bottom left, the Protoss from Korea is DPG herO.
DPG. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have the South Korean Terran player himself representing Shopify Rebellion. He just took down Dark 2-0. It is ByuN.
Yeah, what do you think of the old show 2 barracks and hide one of them, Light?
It's disgusting.
I played versus Asher on ladder and he did it to me.
Yeah, it's becoming.
No, he did it to David.
There you go.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Oh, okay. I think that the meta is shifting and that's becoming a little bit more popular. And I do think that likewise Zerg players need to be a little bit more vigilant with their scouting. I think you pointed it out in that game. There was a potential Overlord pillar that Dark could have gone for, that would have been safe to both keep the Overlord alive and to also scout the Raxes. So I think it's one of those things where Zerg players need to adapt a little bit and have like contingency plans upon scouting to be able to confirm a scout and also to keep said Overlord alive as well. Yeah. The game, it as old as it is, keeps evolving in some ways.
It does indeed, and you'll see like the meta is just going to keep shifting as people kind of get used to different play styles, and it's an exciting aspect. And it's the same with Brood War too. The meta's been like for quite a long time. It would shift, be different play styles that kind of come to the front fold, the front fray. I don't know what it's called.
Come into the fold, yeah.
Into the fold. That's the word. Yeah, but let's see. On Tropical Sacrifice, which name I now know. It looks like we're going to be going for a double Stalker opening here by herO.
Yeah, we have a double Stalker opener from our Protoss player. Meanwhile, ByuN went for a single gas expand, no 2 gas opener here to delay the expansion, which is interesting because that's been really popular recently amongst in the TVP matchup for Terran players to be a little bit more aggressive early on. But ByuN on Tropical going for a more economic opener instead. I guess it makes sense just because of how large this map is, as herO goes for a robo opener.
Oh, now Light, could this be? I'm just kind of memeing a bit here, but could this be a disruptive drop opening?
Mate, go one step further. Colossus drop, man. Oh my god.
I hope so.
It can transition into that. We see 2 more gates on the way, so 3 gates in total. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a fast War Prism just to be, we can be aggressive with like pseudo blink stalkers basically from herO. Very herO-esque because of course he is known for his control. Likewise, ByuN is also going for a very early drop.
Yeah, that's right, and we see actually 2 gases going straight down at the natural from herO too. I feel like that's reasonably quick. That herO Cyclone Marina drop. Actually, yeah, he drops the Marines right, and then buries the Cyclone. That's how it happens, right?
Oh, it can. The Cyclone can definitely meet up with this drop, or he could be going for a safety Cyclone because ByuN is playing in the dark. He hasn't scattered anything, so there could be an Oracle making its way to his main base. It could have been a Stargate opener, for example, so he may be looking to be a little bit safe here. Meanwhile, we see a scan. Yo, ByuN with a keen eye does catch an observer in the middle of the map, and that is a tell that there is already a robo across the map as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cracked. That's pretty nuts actually, that catch, but we see Hellion, it went in from a Hellion into the natural while this is going on here, but no, hero's going to scatter it out. The Cyclone will not get picked off, but oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh wow. I don't know, like, this is whack.
Yeah, well, look, don't mind us. We're just in awe here of the micro and control of our players. ByuN getting a lot of damage done with his first cyclone. The Observer has been remade. herO likewise is able to keep the majority, if not, actually, he kept all of his Stalkers alive. Neither of our players have lost any units, but I spoke too soon. Hellion will get picked off, and herO, mate, he's pushing out.
Yeah, we go Cyclone getting repaired up, and actually there's a lot of, we've got a high Templar Archives coming down for here, and then Mortal Wandering Home too. Expect to see a third base going down soon. Yes, it will be. Meanwhile, ByuN, with this many Stalkers on the map, you have to be a little bit more cautious than usual before you can kind of, you know, expand freely.
Yeah, I mean, herO does have the map control. After that little bit of a skirmish, after that little bit of an exchange, there are a couple of interesting things that are happening though. One, herO is delaying Blink. He is prioritizing charge, and he's going into a gateway explosion here. So he wants to go for a more charged out Archon composition. There we go, Storm immediately on the way, and herO, reading this very well, already has Stalkers in position for this Raven.
He does indeed. Walkers in there. You seem like.
Get going. What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say we have a Storm drop.
Yeah,
possibly coming.
that's why I gasped.
But Storm is not yet finished. Like, what is happening?
It's not, but you know what? Those High Templar, even though they're in the War Prism, we can't see it. They are gathering energy for Storm, Papi. How often do you see Storm drops? ByuN isn't gonna see this coming.
No, he's not. It's gonna be. Yeah, there's a lot of SCVs. They're slightly oversaturated at the at the natural base here. And now we have a third command center coming too. Maybe expect a couple more.
He's coming in. He's coming in 7 seconds away. As you're saying, we have a third CC on the way as well. The drop actually barely misses that War Prism. Raven still outside the base. We still don't see a scout from ByuN. And now Storm is completed. Right now, herO just going to distract ByuN with a handful of Stalkers as he makes his way in.
And there we go. The distraction works. I was looking at ByuN's camera and he was looking at those Stalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice moves there, Dave. It does get 7 SCVs, which is the hugest amount. But keep in mind that was damage that was literally like
free.
No investment. Yeah, free. Energy.
Exactly. He gets it for free, Papi. Meanwhile, we do see the Raven gets caught out, throws down 3 auto turrets in a panic, but the Raven does go down regardless. At the same time, drop is being set up outside the main base, but once again, those same 4 Stalkers are still here in said main, and the double drop even gets scouted. I think he saw it.
Double drop. Oh, there's a lot of High Templar in position.
Yeah, a lot of High Templar. At the same time, they could be sniped as well. You know, high risk, high reward here with these High Templar. But there we go. herO is repositioning his army here for the drop. Meanwhile, at the same time, Medevac goes down.
Oh, does snipe a High Templar, which is pretty, pretty almost worthwhile. Not worthwhile, but best case scenario there. And it's like ByuN is just going to back this drop at the north. I'm not sure if you saw the probe and saw it himself, but if the Observer does get sniped, as the third base is about to be taken by ByuN. So looks like we're going to be heading into the later stages of this game now.
Yeah, definitely ByuN finally getting his third base up and running. Meanwhile, we still have 2 High Templar in this War Prism, so it looks like herO once again wants to try and go for a Storm drop into the main base. So far has gone unscattered. ByuN is none the wiser of the location of that, but as I say that, he's getting ready just in case that happens.
Yeah, it looks like now that he's kind of like, he's taking his third base, he wants to kind of have a bit of reassurance to the main, as is actually we have the Storm is coming in, and that's also a strength of the Storm drop, right? Like your bio can't really actively engage to kind of chase it away. You need a cycling position because of the damage done to this bio. Our 4th base already on the way for herO too.
Exactly, he's already still continuing to maintain his economic lead, being up a base, being up in probes. He now has a robotic spade to try and diversify his splash damage. A little bit of a zealot run by, doesn't really get too much, I think just to scout and just to get an eye on what the work count is looking like. But here are the Colossus, soon Disruptors, and herO's going to have every form of splash damage.
Yeah, and this is where the game really kind of, like the map comes into the fold. Looking at the expanding patterns as we see. Another Storm drop is going to be coming through, and the Cyclone at the top for that drop is not going to happen. But yeah, turret is in position. It looks like is he going to lose the War Prism? Yes.
Oh, very nice EMP there from those ghosts. Very nice snipe in the end. Does lose the Prism, but like, I mean, herO, he got what, like 6, 7, 8 storms out of that? Like, he got a lot of value.
That was value indeed, as we see. Was that a turret getting cancelled there?
Yeah.
It looks like it was. And now, wow, a 5th base coming into play. I don't know if he saw the the bunkers and turrets and the tanks just kind of holding position, but hero's just taking the whole map.
Exactly. herO with the map control. He does whatever he wants with it, getting every single base. It is a risky thing to do. But again, he's making the correct assumption that ByuN is staying at home because of the threat of all these drops. Meanwhile, we were talking about it before, there are those Disruptors, High Templar, Colossus. Like, we have a very terrifying army being set up here by herO.
Yeah, we do indeed. A couple of Immortals supplementing, which, but I feel like the big kind of deal now, once you've got the critical mass of Bio and tank, is the Storm and the Colossus. The splash damage is going to be quite. The focus as Disruptors coming in too. There's so much splashy on the Terran side, but on the Protoss side. But meanwhile, we also have tanks. We have Ghosts as well for Terran. But it looks like with the posturing here, herO wants to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, he has to be careful not to overextend, because I feel like ByuN is set up and he wants herO to push into him, right? We have all these tanks, we have turrets, we have Sim City. Like, ideally, ByuN fights kind of with his defender's advantage. We'll see if he can pull it off. He scans, he does get eyes on the army composition and the army location.
That's right, and yeah, to be honest, I'd like to see maybe ByuN eventually, once he secures his 4th base, gets his economy going a bit more, maybe start adding in some Liberators. There's a small Stalker count. Of course, Stalkers aren't too hard to train, but we'll hold that thought as we've had some nice EMPs, and ByuN being forced back with he's going to force back the Protoss army.
Yeah, very nice EMPs as well. Very nice target firing as one of the Colossus is going to go down, but the Disruptors, the Novas, are a little bit too good. A lot of the Ghosts have already gone down. Another Nova!
Yeah, man, dude, good Terran players just make Novas so weak.
They really can, but you know what? A good Protoss player only needs one. Only needs one Disruptor to connect, so ByuN has to be so careful with his army. herO is already remaxed. He doesn't have a way to reinforce his army on the front lines, but who needs to when you have 200 supply?
Yeah, well, with that aggressive blink, looks like he was going to commit into here and push the Bio back. Oh, the Storm flank going to get so much damage on that Bio, and I think the Disruptor shot's too light. I think he's just going to win the game here.
Yeah, the splash damage is too much. The Storms plus the Colossus plus the Disruptors. There weren't enough Vikings. GG gets called, and herO takes the first game.
Yeah, an exciting game there. A game that the details were more kind of in how the players were. You know, the knowing is half the battle, like that we talked about before. Even though ByuN, until that last engagement, it wasn't looking too bad for him, but he was forced to kind of really commit to taking that 4th base, and herO just jumped on it and took a decisive fight. And yeah, 1-0 to our Protoss player.
Yeah, herO, I mean, that was the timing and the angle of attack that herO was looking for, right? We saw how fortified ByuN was with his third, like in between his third and his natural, but he does expose himself when he does attempt to expand like that. And yeah, that was the moment for herO to exploit, and exploit it he did. Meanwhile, I want to give a massive shout out to Shuyi in the chat as well. Thank you so much for the massive raid. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yes, the Terran enjoyers are here, and we do have a Terran in the grand finals. ByuN may be down in this series, but it's still the beginning of the series. It's a best of 5, still plenty of games ahead of us.
That there is indeed. Welcome, Raiders. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, ByuN is able to do you proud as we go into game number 2 of our ESL Open final. And our bottom left player, the opponent, is going to be spawning in the bottom left. It is the blue Protoss player representing Team VPG from Korea. It is herO.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have the South Korean Terran player himself representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN.
Like, do you see what I see?
Oh, herO sees it too.
This is kind of a 50-50, right?
Oh,
Because normally
the RNG.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the kind of stuff that Terran players like talk about in Discords, how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
They can do this type of RNG.
Yeah, exactly. Because that ByuN, his SCVs, there we go, onesie and hidden safely behind that rack. So even though this has been scattered by herO, herO will not be able to stop this. The control is just a little bit too good. So ByuN will be able to finish. hero's question mark in the chat. Like, what's going on? Why can't I kill this worker? What's happening?
Yeah, man, this is
oh.
Wouldn't it just be tragic if it couldn't finish at the end? Yeah, no, just the one barracks. Not too crazy. Luckily for herO, as we said, he did scout it. Actually, he's gonna. Oh no, he gets denied.
ByuN was too busy chatting, and herO goes for his own proxy in the middle of the map.
That would have been scouted, lad.
It would have been
herO, he's laughing, but what is he laughing at? ByuN will not know.
ByuN thinks he's laughing at his joke, but really, herO is just laughing at him, mate, as the gateway is about to finish up. We do see that ByuN is forced to lift up and go back home. He does have a Reaper in the mineral line here of herO, so we'll see how much damage he can get done. herO being a little bit greedy. There is no shield battery, but with good enough micro, with good enough control, he's able to keep his probes alive.
Yeah, and actually, ByuN is actually going to be able to scout this gateway with the barracks. That's quite interesting.
Quite interesting indeed. Meanwhile, the first Zelda is already across the map. herO is expanding behind this. He's not all in by any means. He only has 2 gateways active right now. But again, he's looking to be in the face of ByuN and contain him to one base for as long as possible.
Yeah, and luckily the Reaper is still alive, so he's going to be able to jump in through the back door, making that bunker not so obsolete. We'll need to be careful because this depot, needs to pull some more SCVs. Or the Reaper does not want to get caught either. Safety.
Yeah, the Reaper does get into the bunker just in time. Meanwhile, that bunker is under threat. The SCVs are going to be in range of the Stalker and the Adept, and SCVs are getting picked off.
Yeah, they are too. And once this Cyclone comes out, I feel like the pressure's going to be kind of stopped, but this is kind of... Oh! I'm on the wrong side here.
Yeah, this is dangerous because that Cyclone, oh my god, the Adepts, they get in, the wall was not a wall, and it does take a lot of hits already.
Yeah, not actually kind of confirming the shade there. Probably, to be honest, would have liked to see him jump in, get some more damage as well, considering his natural's just about to finish up. But yeah, I'm a donkey. Can you be passive? Don't listen to me. I'm not the best Terran in the world.
Look, Chase just wants you to kill workers. It's fine. It's fine. He just pulls back. Oh, does intercept the Reaper, snipes it. So now again, ByuN is in the dark. He doesn't even know if herO is on one base or not. As we can see, herO is transitioning and taking up towards that Twilight Council.
Yeah, 100%. And it looks like tank now coming out, a second tank as well to kind of secure it. So ByuN is going to be on the defensive, which makes sense considering when you see this many gateway units out in the field. Adept Shade going to come in, does see the bunker still up. But yeah, this gateway is just kind of big chilling in the middle of the map. So I think yeah, hero's feeling pretty comfortable now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's already done so much damage. He's forcing that second tank as well. Obviously, with 2 tanks, ByuN can now leapfrog and eventually take his natural base, but this is so late in comparison.
Your face is late in comparison, lad. We do have a Twilight Council with a charge on the way, which is actually, to be honest, all things considered, not bad. As we said before, charge is quite a momentum-based upgrade. A couple Stalkers just kind of divvying out the corner of the main, and just scouting around, looking, when your opponent's on just one base, it makes sense to kind of look for any proxies, any familiar cheeky stuff going on. But no, like, you'll be happy to see this base now, the natural landing for ByuN, and it's kind of a, pretty slow moving here by our Terran player.
Yeah, and you know who's not slow moving? The Protoss, because herO hasn't taken his gases at his natural. He's got charge on the way. He's going for a prism. He's going for a gateway explosion as well. I believe he's going to be working with 6 gates, 7 gates, sorry.
7.
As there is
Noob.
that, there is that one gateway in the middle of the map as well. Oh boy, herO going for a massive 2-base all-in, and again, ByuN just hasn't really been able to get too much scouting information.
Yeah, because ByuN, he's been playing in the dark quite a bit. He has to cover all these bases. He's got an engineering bay in case it's DTs. Has to save some scans because, in case it is DT, I guess. But yeah, herO, he's got sights on. He sees his tank count, and he just has to play quite passive as herO. I'm not sure if this push is going to work, however.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, the tank positioning is pretty goddamn good. We do have a force field, but ooh, doesn't quite block up the ramp entirely. The tank on the low ground is going to go down, but the tanks on the high ground are going ham.
Yeah, there's 4 tanks. A lot of charge lots, but just with this positioning from ByuN, it's yeah, I'd like to see herO maybe take a third base chill out.
Oh god, he tries to drop on top of those tanks, but the Viking wards it away. It looks like the Viking will get a kill on that War Prism. Massive pick off there, but unfortunately ByuN doesn't have a third CC. He lost a lot of workers here, and now he's on 1 base economy.
Yeah, and ByuN, yeah, as you said, stuck on 1 base economy. The denying mining being done right here as a Dark Shrine comes in too, which is quite smart. This is so much damage because you've split your opponent's economy to half of yours. You know, ByuN wants to get his production more and wants to get those minerals so he can drop extra tech buildings. And it's just, yeah, it's a phenomenal position here for herO. And all he has to do is just chill out by this CC.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you brought up something important. herO, he could just take a third. It looks like he will. He is in position to just further just get ahead economically, but the DT is a smart choice. Right now, ByuN doesn't want to waste, he doesn't want to use scans. He needs mules here to catch back up.
And he's still warping in light, so he's going to be going for it, jumping in, going to get the tanks on the high ground with the Warp Prism, and ByuN's going to come onto the ramp, but there's just so many units going to hit from both sides too, and these tanks even doing some friendly splash damage, and I think this is it. I think herO's just going to walk over. Oh, maybe not.
Oh my god, ByuN once again barely holds on, but at what cost? 10 SCVs go down, another tank went down. I was about to also praise herO and be like, mate, he doesn't even need the DTs, but maybe he does.
Look at the supply line.
True.
Whoa.
Hey, the soup does not lie, but you know what? DTs sometimes spin the face of your soup. We have 1 scan at the natural.
Oh no.
We don't have the scan at the
no. DT. I'm not a big fan of this kind of donkeying with the 4 tanks, but the DTs are going to, just going to kind of deal the final blow.
Yeah,
that was looking good for ByuN for a moment.
It was looking good for ByuN. There's the second scan. That is the final scan available for ByuN. DTs are going to be coming back in. One of them being a little bit adventurous here, but there we go. The scan does run out in the end, and ByuN has to wait a little bit longer for a scan. And there we go. It's available.
He's got a scan, but he's left his turret unguarded, and ByuN, oh, man, what do you even do at this point? Like, you still get your backbone, so you feel like you can't leave. But
yeah, he's still got tanks, but the tech lab is going to go down, so we're only going to have 2 tanks here for ByuN. At the same time, herO did end up expanding, did take a third. Thankfully, the turret does finish at the natural.
He's going to be able to stabilize it. That's it. That's this 1 hit point Dark Templar comes in again. Is he going to commit a scan? Or is he just going to let the... Yeah, I don't know, like... This is rough. Meanwhile... herO's just got a big chillin' at home. Yeah. Not taking his gases, not making probes.
Wait, why make more? Just make Zealot's forehead. That's all. That's all you need. We do see a little bit of a drop being sent out, so ByuN is looking to try and deal some counter damage. We see another scan being used in the main, but herO is back with a vengeance once again with just a pure gateway army.
Yeah, he's back. He's got some Immortals this time, the tank, and there are less tanks, only 3 standing for ByuN. But I feel like this time, even if he holds, he's going to lose so much workers at the natural.
He could even lose the base. That CC's actually getting pretty low here, but there we go. The Immortals are going to be focus firing those tanks one after the other. One already going down, the second gets focused. At the same time, we do have a counter drop here by ByuN into the natural, but it's not going to be enough. GG gets called, and herO takes game number 2.
Yeah, well, some cute kind of hold position micro there by ByuN, but yeah, it's just a game of numbers at that point. Even if he just, as he said, sniped the CC and just backed off like 3 base versus 1. Never going to work for Terran's favor, and it looks like we are going to have. Is that 1-1 now, light, or is it?
It's 2-0.
2-0. Ah,
yes.
Mine. Yes. I have the memory of the. I can't even remember. That's how bad memory is.
But you can have a nap after this. It's okay. It's okay.
Literal, I'd eat some dim sims.
Oh my god, I haven't had breakfast yet either. I'm looking forward to it. Oh wait. Send pics.
I will.
Mm.
So everyone picks as we see. Ooh, Stargazers will be a third map. Keep in mind, guys, that herO is on match point. ByuN, however, has been kind of putting up reasonable fights in the series so far. I wouldn't say that scoreline reflects how close the series has been.
Yeah, exactly. Just an unfortunate start in game number 2 where his proxy got scouted and then he didn't have any production as he floated back home. Like, things got real crazy real quick. But here we are in game number 3.
Spawning in their top left position, it is the Pronos player currently up 2-0 from Korea, representing TBG. Wait, no, DBG. Wait, DPG. It's herO.
Stay with me, Che. We're in the final series. Stay with me, Poppy. Stay with me. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Stargazers, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN.
If you guys want to know what it's like playing against like some of the best players in the world, just keep in mind that even though like that proxy Rex got scouted right as it started, it's still finished.
Yeah.
Because of ByuN's micro. That's what it's like. Even when you get the advantage, you have to fight for it. You can't just drop against spores. You can't drop so against oracles, you can't just drop a spore in the middle line, put 2 queens down because they'll come with 3 and kill you. Like you really have to not only react properly, but you have to actually actively be taking preventive measures. That's the caliber that these guys are at. Like
Definitely. Like this reminds me of a clip from a couple of months ago. It was a Hearthstone clip. I think he was playing against Hero Marine and he got proxy 2-raxed, and I want to say it was on Cosmics. I can't remember the map, but it was on a map where because of the positioning, even though Hearthstone scouted it and even though he pulled boys, he couldn't stop the proxy 2-rax and he just died anyway, and he got so upset. He's like, what do I do? What do I meant to? Because of the RNG, I just can't build I can't kill the building SCV. Like, oh my god, it was so sad but also hilarious.
better RNG, you know. But yeah, no, it's very difficult because there's so many layers. It's like an onion, you know.
Oh.
Pro StarCraft has layers.
Like
Speaking
Shrek.
of layers, it's Shrek indeed. Like we have a in base. For ByuN.
Yeah, a couple of things going on here. ByuN is going for his pocket base here, as you were pointing out. The way this works is that he finishes the CC and then he can mine out these minerals, and by the time his orbital is completed, he can lift up and land. So, very nice economic start here by ByuN, very safe as well. Likewise, herO for the first time this series is opening up with a Stargate.
Stargate indeed. And do you think we'll be seeing Oracle or Phoenix? Like, I feel like it's going to be something that tries to kind of oppress how Terran is opening up, kind of dictate the pace. And this kind of map, if you look at it, it's very the bases seem reasonably defensible, but once you get kind of to a certain point, it gets quite difficult because you run out of bases, right? Then you have to go for the gold.
Yeah, the longer this game goes on, like Stargazers, it's very common to have like these split map scenarios. I definitely agree with that. But earlier on, because of the short rush distance by air, it does favor kind of this these air-based aggression styles. Like we do see an Oracle coming out from herO. Likewise, ByuN also wants to go for a drop as well with his Widow Mines.
Oh man, imagine if they pass in the night. That'd be quite sad. But this might just work out the timing for ByuN slightly as the Oracle comes in. There is enough Marines to kind of push it away as hero's just it's the dance floor. But probably what he wanted to do, force the commitment at the natural, then come into the main base. Some Widow Mines are placed to push this Oracle away, but this is just one of the things though, right? It's got Widow Mines and Marines, but the Oracle's still getting damaged.
Oh my god, exactly, despite the anti-air being there. This is huge from herO because he doesn't just kill SCVs, he also forces the Widow Mine drop to be delayed, and also on top of that, scouts it.
100%. The Oracle, great utility unit. With a second Oracle coming in, and this is scary. This Marine's going to get picked off, the stragglers. I guess to keep in mind that there's 2 Widow Mines in that main... Oh no, they've been picked up.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? ByuN wanted to go for the drop, and now his main base is exposed.
You're just playing really well so far, and the drop is really coming in. The Stalker's in position, not yet. Is there a armory? It does not look like, so just a standard Widow Mine drop. but it looks like with Oracle's coming home to help clean this up. And the Adepts, I don't know if they're going to get much done if hero's watching.
If he is watching, we'll see. The Widowmines do drop into the natural base. He does pull away his workers a little bit late. One Widowmine shot is going to go up, but only gets one probe.
Now Phoenix coming to meet the medevac drop, and this is some really good play from herO. He's kind of, I feel like he's kind of dictating what his opponent is doing before, you know, he knows the drop's going to come. He starts Phoenix, now going into ground, and this is what StarCraft is, right? Using your opponent, kind of feeding them information and knowing how they're going to react is how the high-level players can do it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like anticipating and like forcing your opponent to dance to your music in a way. So very nicely done here so far this entire series by herO. He's going for a third base as well behind this because he has map control, because he shut down that drop. And with these Phoenixes and Oracles, it's going to be hard to move out without being scouted.
Yeah, and the Phoenix kind of adds a bit of more threat towards the Oracles, because if there is a cyclone, it can just be lifted up. There's some Marines that could maybe take out the Oracles. The Phoenix can help lift up too, and that might even happen here actually if we look at the units. But no, it's going to be a bit passive. But yeah, it looks like some more gateways coming down for herO too. So.
Yeah, some more gates are on the way. Once again, we are avoiding blink. We have charge first instead alongside armor. So again, gonna go for a very charge heavy composition here with storm, with charge. We've seen it before, we're going to see it again. Oh boy, and unfortunately ByuN is still none the wiser. He does have a couple of medevacs, so he wants to push out here, but once again he is being tagged.
Yeah, it looks like ByuN wants to hit a timing with the +1 here with this on this engineering bay with this marine count and the cyclone. Third base has been taken from herO. There is a shield battery, there are some charge lots too, but keep in mind Storm is quite far off. +1 should be finished if you chrono boost it. There he goes right now. But yeah, this is a bit of a scary push. A lot of Marines here for ByuN.
Yeah, bearing in mind though that herO has seen this coming the entire way across the map. He has ferried it, so he knows it's coming. He has a couple of sentries here for some force fields to cut up this army.
Some nice force fields. Should be able to pick up, but no, he's just going to let the Cyclone keep shooting. Actually runs through the little choke there, and now with some Marauders and Widowmines reinforcing light, and the Raven too. This is a bit more of a scarier push too.
Oh, it really is. We do have a shield battery. Are we going to be seeing an overcharge here from herO before it gets focused down? Widowmines get barred as well. How good are the shots going to be? Ooh.
Oh. So Storm now finishing up. That was huge, doing heaps of damage actually.
Wow, you were talking about how like Storm was so far off. There's no way it finishes up, but I guess specifically because of the force fields, herO was able to buy time long enough. He had High Templar ready and waiting, and that Storm was it. Like he holds.
Yeah, all it took was the one Storm, and now we see ByuN. He's kind of forced to take a third base now. He realizes he can't end the game as it is, dropping a Ghost Academy too. And like, we're going to be going into a bit more of a more expansive game here, but check out in the bottom right corner where it's being built by herO.
Oh, exactly. herO is setting up a proxy gateway for Zealot Rambais. Meanwhile, ByuN is trying to find a way, and it looks like, oh, he may be able to catch an Oracle. Barely doesn't get it in the end. Once again, herO has eyes on everything. I love the addition of this Ghost Academy because, of course, it's a great answer to both High Templar, to Archons, to Charge, to everything. But it's going to take a while before he can really get any Ghosts underway.
Yeah, and we see here ByuN going to be putting in a bit more pressure as well. Keep in mind, there is splash in the form of... Oh, actually, is that one drop? There is splash in the form of Storm, but it's hard to kind of micro Zealots against the Widowmines like this.
It really is. Meanwhile, the first handful of Zealots are going to try and drag some of these Widowmine shots. Another Storm, zoning Storm. Actually, Zealots coming from behind.
Yeah, they do too, and the Spire actually getting pushed back, and there's too many charges to deal with. Another Storm coming in, actually going to force into an Archon as well. Nice little move there by herO. But he's going to get fully moved up here. ByuN is going to lose some medevacs as well.
Oh, he is going to lose that medevac. At the same time, there was that Widowmine drop in the main base. 3 more probes go down. Not bad damage, but I don't know if it's really going to be enough because herO's going for a counterattack. He had that gateway set up for the reinforcements. Who needs a Warp Prism as this third base is under threat?
Yeah, we actually had 9 Zealots warping in there, so he was fully committed to kind of get some damage done. With this choke point, the SCVs on hold position micro and the Widowmine zoning out, I feel like he might be able to barely hold, but the Storm leads the way, and now the base is compromised as Zealots and High Templar storm in.
Exactly, the base is compromised. The third base is actually gonna go down. That's a kill. It wasn't able to float away. It looks like ByuN is gonna be able to hold on to his natural, but lost his entire third.
And actually, oh my god, yeah, I was gonna go across the map there, but oh, that depot was a bit weak, not prepared, and no, you can't go across the map to harass. He has to actually deal with the units here. This is looking quite tough though.
Oh my god, another storm thrown down. That is the final storm available here for herO, but you know what? He has no chill. He just keeps reinforcing. He just keeps warping in more and more units. Is he overextending? It looks like he's finally going to get cleaned up, but this push was definitely worth it, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the last game, right? Because he's denying mining time, even though he's not trading super cost efficiently now. Some Zealots going out, some Storm's going to end the ByuN. Actually, that's just going to end the game straight away, and GG. herO takes the 3-0.
Wow, GG, the power of Storm. herO was relentless there. He takes a series. herO will be our ESL Open Cup 147 Asia champion.
Yeah, man, dominant performance by our Protoss too. That was a 3-0. ByuN did try and throw some caution to the wind with some tricky plays, but no, that was yeah, that was quite a strong showing. Some nice strategies too for both players, but in the end, like, yeah, herO holds.
It was crazy. To be fair, that game, like, there was a moment, especially with that big push at the natural, just before Storm finished, where maybe ByuN, he could hit this timing and he could maybe just barely kill herO before he could get Storm underway. We even saw like the flanking Raven coming in from behind. But herO, once again, he's so smart. Like, he just knew that he had to buy time. He knew that all he needed was one storm, and ByuN didn't see it coming. That's why his army was so bunched up. That's why that first storm was as juicy as it was. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, Storm is pretty strong, especially when your opponent's going for a strategy. He did add some Marauders and Widowmines in, but it was very Marine-centric strategy that game. But yeah, you have to keep in mind it was a bit of a funky early game as well.
True.
The Oracle coming in and really disrupting. So, yeah, it's GG's, I guess. What can you say?
Yeah, GG, well played to both of our finalists here. You know, ByuN did a really good job making it to the grand finals. I mean, we casted his road here, and we casted his series against Dark, and ByuN looked so powerful against Dark, so dominant in his own series. But, you know, in the TVP matchup, maybe lacking a little bit, or specifically just a much more difficult opponent here. You know, herO, best Protoss player in the world. There's a reason why we say that. Like, he's in a league of his own.
He is indeed, but don't worry, Terrans, who wants to ByuN get 3-0. Don't worry, guys, he'll be back. He actually took out Solar quite powerfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did he take out Dark?
Yeah,
he did too, right? Yeah, some strong TVZ showing there by ByuN. Unfortunately, he ran out of Zergs to beat, but that's gonna be it for today.
Yeah, I a little bit awkward as we had a Terran streamer raid us and we had to watch a Terran get 3-0'd. But at the same time, like, again, if that's gonna happen, you know, who better to do it than herO, right? It's like he's a terrifying player, and I hope everyone was able to enjoy their time here anyway. I hope they were able to enjoy Shuyi's stream as well. And again, if you're interested in some of the other games, check out the VODs. They're on Twitch, and they will soon be on YouTube as well. We had a great day of StarCraft today, Chase.
We did indeed. Shout out to Shui, thank you for the raid. We appreciate you. Shout out also to Pasha Billy Benko, who also raided. I'm alive in the wired. 10 gifted subs. You guys, the community, we're glad to have you around. Always have our backs. And Light, glad to have you as well. Happy birthday for yesterday, by the way. Light's birthday. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, it was my birthday yesterday. I had a little bit of a cheeky birthday stream where we also had some fun laddering and playing some horror games as well, in theme of Halloween, of course. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Hope everyone had a great time here. Chase, I hope you had a good time. It was our first time casting ESL Open Cup Asia together, and hopefully not the last time. You know, if you're ever available on a Sunday, if you're not working, if you have free time, you know, always willing to have you on.
Yeah, I feel like I tripped up my words a lot. Apologies.
I was like,
It was fun. It was fun, like we had a good time.
Yeah.
We're professionals. You're a professional, I'm not.
Nah, you're fine, Bobby. You're fine. How can you not be a professional with some sweet guns that you have right there?
Sweet gun, oh my god.
Which I'm showing off your
This is not
cowboy,
paradise,
your
dude.
cowboy picture. For context, for context. Oh my god. But yeah, with that we are done for now, not for the day. In a couple of hours we're going to be back with WTL World Team League. I will be casting with Asher. I know Asher is more of a known figure in Shui's community, so maybe his name rings a little bit of a bell with some of the viewers in the chat. But I will be casting World Team League alongside him. So yeah, look forward to that later on. But before that happens, Chase, why don't you let the people know a little bit more about yourself, especially because I know you have been streaming a little bit more frequently recently.
Nah, but burn myself out.
What do
But
you
yes,
mean?
sometimes we stream. Probably not anymore. I got a busy job, but that's okay. Thanks for watching, guys. That's Rowdy has arrived. Welcome, Rowdy. Alright. Can we hear about not this NPC? Can we hear about the main character?
Oh no. No, Chase, no. Exclamation mark Chase in the chat if you want to have a look at all of his social media and his Twitch as well. I know Chase says that he won't be too free to stream, but again, whenever he does, even if it's like once every couple of weeks or once a month, check him out there. He's a great guy and a great Zerg player. Meanwhile, you can follow me at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I try and stream as often as I can throughout the week, just some ladder sessions. I'm a Zerg player, not a Terran or a Protoss, so bear that in mind if you tune in. Again, I know there are a lot of Terrans in the chat right now, but yes, I am just merely a Zerg player trying to survive and dying horribly. So you can follow me there if you're interested. But more importantly, follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings. You know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord. We're all over social media. We have a Discord where you can interact with us, and we also have a YouTube channel for the VODs. We are live almost on a daily basis, and we try and bring you as much StarCraft as possible.
Oh my god, like, look at this Pasha remote.
What is that?
It's your mom. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a short attention span. Thank you. Like, I enjoyed cast. Thanks for letting me join you. Thanks guys for hanging out. And yeah, sorry, Bear kind of disconnected.
He almost stopped you from joining a game. I was really scared.
Yeah, but he got herO to invite me. So.
True. Oh, he was your wingman. He was your wingman.
He is my wingman. But yeah. That's all, guys. We appreciate you. We'll see you next. Light will see you in what, 3 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Get some Tim Sims, you animal.
Yeah. We're gonna go and get some food. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Hope everyone had a great time. Stick around. We're gonna give another StarCraft streamer a bit of a raid. I'm not sure who yet. I'm not sure who's live, but stick around and give some love to these streamers in the scene, in the community. Until then, we will see you at 11 p.m. AEST, which is in 5.5 hours. So in 5.5 hours, we will be back, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching. Chase, do you want to say anything before we head off for the night?
Happy birthday to Light.
Stop
Last
it.
night you gave us the fright. Today, my balanced wine didn't make you bite. But it's okay, because as I can't say. No, thank you, Light. You had fun.
Less than 3, Poppy, less than 3. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for the support. We'll be back in 5.5 hours. Until then, good night. Ciao.